Take 43. Hey there guys, welcome back to episode 28 of that live portfolio update where we're growing 50k into $1 million. I apologize that today's actually a fortnight episode, and I think most of them should be moving forward because that gives me a little bit more time to work on the mechanics in the background and actually try and bring you guys a little bit better content. Let me know if you guys agree down in the comments below. But without further ado, let's just jump on into it. Well guys, starting off with the trades this week. Unfortunately, Red River had to go last week due to the real one 10% stop loss. We walked out with a 10.38% capital loss on this holding. But you never know, old Red might be back in the future. So with a sell comes a buy. Now as promised, we'll start moving into new positions at 5k a pop to build up to those 15 to 20 stocks. So we moved into a brand new position, being Bendigo Bank first up. Then we moved into two old positions, being CGF and COG, and they're all roughly 5k each. Hopefully these guys will do us proud. Alright, benchmark time. Now I've put a fair bit of effort into Sharesight by designating a portfolio purely for our QAV. So now we can see a live benchmark. Now I also went back to a post from Tom a few months back to see what his recommendations were for a benchmark, which were XJOA or XJT. But unfortunately we can't bench against these in Sharesight, as far as I can see anyway. But after discussions with another friend Jeremy, another couple that includes the dividends, which will keep it even for this portfolio, are VAS and STW. Now I believe VAS is the ASX top 300 and STW is the top ASX 200. So I think we should bench against STW, as that's mainly what we invest in. This is open for comments and suggestions, just let us know down below. So how did STW fare this fortnight in comparison to our portfolio? Well, there we go guys. Served on a platter, what a beautiful representation. We were up 1.42% for the Monday to Friday trading fortnight, compared to STW, which was up 1.35%. It was a bit of a game of cat and mouse on who finished up top, but we just got them in the end. So how did our stocks do this week? Well, secretly, you already know. We're at 1.42% for the trading week. Champion had a terrific week, up 6.07%. Capral up 5.07%, Clearview up 2%, and as you know, River's already gone because of that real one. It is recovering, but we don't talk about that. COG unfortunately has started off bad already, down 3%. I think he's going to do it to us again. So here's all last week's buys, holds, and sells. The ones that changed are as follows and why. So Aurelia moved from buy to hold as it closed below last month's close of 0.49 cents. Capral moved from hold to buy as it closed above last month's close. Champion, even with its run, went from buy to hold as it closed below last month's close of $7.81. And COG started off as a hold due to the timing of when we entered at the end of last month. But what the hell, man? He's dogged us again and he's became a sell with its breach at $1.52. And IVE Group moved from buy to hold as it closed below last month's price of $2.13. Now it's rocky out there guys, so please remember, do your own research, don't use these as recommendations, just go out, look into all the companies before you actually make a purchase. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that though. Alright, so since inception, we have a pure capital gain of positive 1.43%. Portfolio now has a dividend return of 4.74%. This gives us a total return of positive 6.17%. There's a few high flyers in there now, being Aurelia, Capral, Champion, and IVE Group. But unfortunately, as you know, River had to go with the real one. And also, I think COG's going to go on Monday due to that 3-point trend line breach. Yeah guys, look at that little nugget. It's time for the nugget section. So today's nugget section is going to be on the share registry management. Blue and green should never be seen unless there's a nugget on top. Write that down. Now I believe this topic is very important when it comes to managing your own portfolio, and you will be surprised at how many people have no idea about the topic at hand. So let's start with what they are and why they are important. Then we'll discuss which ones we would use in the land of Aussie and how to find out which one to use for a specific company. And last but not least, we'll finish with a live example updating a holding of mine. So basically in a nutshell, this little text sums it up perfectly. When a company goes public, they elect a share registry to act on behalf of them. The share registry has the task of collecting and storing shareholder information, including address changes, tax details, dividend reinvestment plans, distributing shareholder information, and so on. They are the guys that send you all that bloody mail telling you stuff about what you own, upcoming AGMs, all that information, etc, etc. Now, which ones would you typically use in Australia? From my research, there seems to be 5 main ones and a few smaller at the time of recording. The 5 main are Computershare, Link Market Services, Atomic Group, Boardroom, and Advanced Share Registry. Until this week, I have only used the first 3. So how do we find out which share registry you will need to use after you purchase a share through your broker? Well, there's a multitude of ways, and I actually need to find out for a recent purchase of Big Ben. Now, if you have owned the shares before, they'll send you some mail, but if not, you'll have to do some digging. So for those Stock Doctor members, you can company search Ben up here, hit the corporate details, scroll down till you find this share registry box, and ba-boomba, we can see its Boardroom. Now, if you don't have Stock Doctor, you can try the old Google trick. So you search for the company name and its shareholder information like this example, and 9 times out of 10, it will pop up for you like this. If that fails to work, you might have to dig a little deeper and go to the website. Find the latest annual report in the investor section, search share registry with Control F, and voila, it will pop up. Now, I believe this is a requirement by the company, and it should be a 10 out of 10 way. There's so many others like the ASX list, you can go through your broker and so on. But at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you. Now, as I haven't used Boardroom before, I quickly set up an account. It literally took me like 5 minutes. All you need is this information, and the best place to find it all is your confirmation note from your broker. Then you just need to verify via a mobile text. Once you've set up, the main things I update is bank details, so they know where to pay my dividends, which is here in the Boardroom. Once I have them filled out, I move to the next tab below and I elect if I want to participate in a dividend reinvestment plan or not. I always pick no for my QAV stocks, but that's my personal decision, as we hope to deploy more cash more meaningfully in the positions we choose in the future. Then next, I check my details. I make sure the correct address is in there. I update my tax file number on this page so we can claim our franking credits and get taxed at the appropriate level come tax time. Then last but not least, I go to the communication options and I personally pick everything to be email. Only because, man, I hate paper mail with a passion. Oh, and somebody has to think of the trees. So in summary, a share registry works on behalf of a listed company to collect and store information. There's 5 main ones in Australia. It's up to you to keep your details updated, and you might have to play a little Blues Clues to find out which one you need to log into. I hope you guys enjoyed that, but now we must move on. Oh yeah, some more income has came in. One of our previous sold shares, being FMG, has just paid out on the 30th of last month. 86 cents per share at 505 shares gives us a total value of 434 bucks. And 30% fully franked, hitting a payout ratio of 75% according to Stock Doctor. I miss these guys, but rules are rules. We lost these one on a 10% loss. Alright, so our cash account is now at $2689. So if our $2689 in cash plus our $84,137 in stocks takes us to an overall value of $86,826, which is about a positive 2.04% total portfolio gain from last fortnight. I love it when the dividends and the capital gains join forces. Well, I hope you got through your beer and enjoyed that episode. Tune in next fortnight for more greatness, and you all know the same. Keep healthy and wealthy. See you guys.